Batminer Town Hall 12 3-star war strategy, and it's also a farming strategy as I'm going to show you here on the quick train. Second line there, you can see 341,000 purple and just under 1,200 dark elixir. Compare that to E-Drags at about 600,000. They get pretty expensive to run and to farm up your purple. So let's get into an attack here. Now, Batminers is a 3-stage strategy. The first and part of the third, as well as the funnel. This is almost a perfect base setup for Batminer because you can get all these splash damages down here in the bottom, or at least most of the splash damage. There's one up at the top there, one whiz tower. There's one multi-inferno, and also the eagle artillery has to go down. And you want to get the queen as well. So we'll get into it. Going on with the queen walk here to set up the funnel. Luckily, there's no black bombs or anything else to air bombs to take out our healers here, so that we get good mileage out of the healers. Now I'm going to drop a Coco Loon on the bottom. If anyone knows what Coco Loon, where it came up from, it stands for Coconut Loon. But if you know what that actually means, leave a comment down below and let me know. I'd really like to know. So the funnel's going really well here. You'll notice I'm going to take some heavy fire on the queen here in a second from that single target inferno. I almost had to drop a freeze on it right there, but I wanted to wait just a second. So see how the funnel's setting up? The queen is going to come back the other way. I had my trigger on the freeze, and there it goes. Wasn't paying attention to the queen enough, so I just hit the Grand Warden because I saw she was going to die. So decided to play it safe and save her. Dropped the freeze, got good mileage out of the freeze there. And the whole center of the base here is going down pretty good. Got healers on the queen. They're going to come into the rage and really help keep everything alive. Sending in the miners. Now, miners first. You'll notice they're all going in. We've got half the base cleared out. The miners can all focus right here on this bottom section where they're going along with the bats. Now, if you had to drop them over here to try and save 50% just for the 1-star because you didn't get the town hall, if you drop them down here on the army camps, they're going to run all the way this way, all the way that way. They're not going to stay together, not going to stay funneled, and you're not going to get the mileage out of them you need. Now, the bats are going in behind, but they're going to end up leading out ahead. Really give you good mileage on those miners because they're going to take out all the defenses. They're targeting defenses, and the miners are just going to take out everything else. We already got the bats in. The first freeze there on the whiz tower. The whiz tower, one shot's going to kill every bat it touches. So at this point, when you let the bats go, you can't do anything more for your miners because we didn't bring any heal or anything. So just let them go and focus on your bats. Follow your bats around. All right, got that first splash out of the way. Nothing else is really going to deal too much damage. You have 150 bats there, 30 times 5 spells, 150 bats. They're going to go and just keep following them up all the way, walking them up to that whiz tower where we're going to drop our final freeze. Luckily, we have some defenses down on this base, upgrading. Drop the freeze, and that's going to be it for the base. It is about to be wrecked. Notice we still have some extra troops down there. I'm not even going to deploy those, and I didn't even need the queen's ability. And we did get a healer switch. They went over there onto the miners. But no matter, the queen still has plenty of power. Still pop the ability so I don't have to wait for it to regenerate. And we're going to get the 3-star. Not a bad base at all. Not a bad base.